Anti-vaccine doc for the Spain Tribeca Film Festival, a new firestorm over a widely debunked link, and keyless car danger, deadly mistakes happening at homes across America, and one mother's chilling warning how it could easily happen to you. Nightly News begins right now. From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. Good evening. Much of the nation held its breath this afternoon at first word of gunfire ringing out of the U.S. Capitol, wounding 2 people, sending tourists scurrying to safety, and forcing government buildings into lockdown. It happened according to police after a Tennessee man pulled out a weapon in the Capitol Visitor Center, drawing fire from Capitol police officers. NBC's Peter Alexander has late details.
Terrifying moments in the Capitol, inside the Visitor Center, panic. Capitol Police with guns drawn as tourists flee.
And they said run. They told everybody to run.
At the White House, entrances closed as a precaution in the middle of the annual Easter egg roll. Police say the shooting happened shortly after 2:30 p.m. here at the entrance to the Visitor Center on the east front of the U.S. Capitol, when a man approached the screening checkpoint. For all visitors.
The individual drew what appeared to be a weapon and pointed it at officers. An officer fired and struck the suspect.
Officials identified the man as Larry Dawson, age 66, from Antioch, Tennessee, well known to authorities. He was under a court order to stay away from the Capitol. Dawson was arrested last October after this outburst in the gallery overlooking the floor of the House of Representatives. A website for a community church in Tennessee lists Dawson as its pastor, seen here advocating for a raise in the minimum wage.
We believe that this is an act of a single person who has frequented the Capitol grounds before, and there is no reason to believe that this is anything more than a criminal act.
A woman in the visitor center was also injured. The suspect was rushed to the hospital for surgery. The visitor center was built in part in response to another shooting in 1998, where a mentally ill man shot and killed 2 Capitol police officers. Tonight, law enforcement officials tell NBC News the suspect's weapon was a realistic-looking pellet gun. Today's scare came just hours after an active shooting drill here at the Capitol. The chief of the Capitol Police says his system worked. Lester?
All right, Peter Alexander, thanks. Turn out of the urgent manhunt overseas for the Brussels terror suspect known as the Man in White. We're getting a new look at him on security video just released today by police, and they are pleading again with the public for help in finding this individual. This is a man identified as the suspect by local media at Village Tweed. NBC's Keir Simmons has the latest.
Tonight, a stunning setback for investigators. The only suspect accused of terrorist assassination, murder, in connection with the Brussels attacks, free. Belgian media have reported police believed Faisal Shepard was the man in white, seen in this newly released security video. Now prosecutors say the evidence against him is not there. More questions for Belgian investigators, with the clock ticking.
The Belgian authorities are beleaguered.
And tonight, the manhunt for this suspect goes on.
They're going to have to make a greater effort, but it's going to have to be a European-wide effort. It's not just one country. It looks like it is crazy.
We showed the video to a Belgian analyst and ISIS expert who told us the man in white, with his hat and glasses, may have intended to escape.
Naming this guy is just too important to get killed in the attacks.
Authorities conducting terror raids across Europe over the weekend. Meanwhile, the official number of Americans who lost their lives, including Justin and Stephanie Schultz, rose to 4 today.
They loved their families. They loved their friends. They were just so special, and they were so cute together.
And today, a special service for the victims of the attacks. Among the congregation, first responders who treated the injured. Prayers, but few answers for families increasingly angry. Jim Kane's daughter lost her husband, Alexander Punchalski, at the airport. The former U.S. ambassador questioning Europe's ability to stop the attacks.
We now know that this attack could have been prevented, and also could still be alive. It was information, intelligence, and we knew these murderers were connected with ISIS. We know who the enemy is.
Authorities here acknowledged there was some indication that someone was coming, but did not have enough specifics to head it off. Meanwhile, plans to reopen the airport tomorrow have been delayed again. Tomorrow morning, that will mark a week 50 attacks.
All right, here in Brussels,
Oh,
not
whatever.
alone
Well,
in
it's wrong
the
in your
death
body
toll
makes you
rising in
rich.
another unthinkable massacre overseas. At least 72 people are dead, half
They
of
weren't
them are
making it
children,
each from
and at
the
least
inside.
320 others injured after a Taliban suicide bomber blew
And then when I
himself
lay
up
down,
in
it
busy
doesn't
park
ache.
right near a playground.
Smells so good.
As they celebrated Easter in Pakistan. NBC's Bill Neely is there.
Tonight, the unbearable mourning has begun. A 16-year-old laid to rest, and she is far from even the youngest victim of the Easter Sunday horror.
Yeah, it's
The bomb was felt by thousands. With shrapnel, it tore through a private park, killing scores. Most of them
he's scratching it.
young children.
Chances are it's trying to heal.
And the
Going
story
on a door.
exploded, he says. Tiny shoes were blown off, tiny bodies shattered. 10-year-old Fahad Ali was badly injured, but he's lost his parents, sister, cousins, 10 from his family. What can be more painful, asks his uncle.
No. That's why.
Yes. The park has always been popular.
saw.
Rubbing down on
During
like
holidays,
you
it would have been just like this. The suicide bomber's target was deliberate. Families lining up to buy tickets for a train ride, and Christians celebrating Easter. The bomber killed around 30 children, many Christian, but most were
Eli.
Muslim friends.
I'm on her right
So
foot.
many children
Right.
dead, and among the hundreds injured. Hospitals overwhelmed, wounded parents in one, children in others.
Muhammad Amin's wife is now in critical condition. His daughter, Hizba, still traumatized.
Cosa tanto.
She keeps screaming, bang, bang, and crying for her mother, he says.
A splinter group from the Taliban did this. It once pledged allegiance to ISIS, but now murders independently. The park is now deserted, the rides abandoned, the carnage here haunting a troubled country.
Tonight, Pakistan's Prime Minister vowed to avenge this bombing, so an army crackdown is likely.
Now take
That's happened
both your hands,
before, and it hasn't
Yeah.
stopped these
wrap
Israeli
it around the
attacks.
foot, you
This
go up
is
and
one of
down
the
on the
worst
whole foot.
in a country that
Yeah,
proves
yeah.
itself
There you go.
in a long war. Lester?
Faithful images, Bill Neely tonight. Thank you. Back in this country, there's growing backlash over what some call religious freedom laws and others call anti-LGBT discrimination. In Georgia, the governor has backed down, saying he'll veto a bill that has generated a backlash from some of the biggest companies in America. But in North Carolina, the governor has already signed a similar bill there. And as NBC's Janet Shanlian reports, he says he's not budging.
Yeah.
The stakes were high. With Georgia's economic viability on the line, Governor Nathan Deal announced he'd veto a controversial religious rights
Right,
bill.
I did
I do not
the same way.
think that we have to discriminate against anyone to protect the faith-based community in Georgia.
The legislation would have given businesses the right to deny service based on religious beliefs. Deal argued the bill went too far. For weeks, major companies like Coke, Apple, and Hilton criticized the bill. And Hollywood heavyweights, which generate more than $6 billion in Georgia, threatened a
You should
boycott.
listen to that.
Comcast and NBC Universal, our parent companies, also urged a veto. Tonight, Disney, among
I
those
told
cheering
Matt
the
to get the
decision,
blood
saying
and
we
took away
applaud
from
the
foot.
ordeal and look forward to
My
continuing our
girl
film
named
production
Meg
in Georgia. But some lawmakers have threatened to challenge the decision.
That the clear law
Thanks for listening.
does